Tonight we're honored to have a very special guest that we all are waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Mr. Edward Norton.
I wanted to say thank you to Carlo and everybody involved with the festival, and certainly to Moët et Chandon for sponsoring this award and this terrific festival and very generously bringing me and my family over for such a nice holiday on the lake. And when I was a child, I was really affected by Disney movies. I don't know if you remember films like Escape from Witch Mountain, and you know, I thought a lot of those Disney movies were amazing to me. Woody Allen's films had a really big impact on me. I remember watching Annie Hall and Manhattan and films like that, and having a sense suddenly that you could tell a story almost any way you wanted to. You know, I remember asking my mother, why is he allowed to do that? I just didn't realize how plastic and how free cinema can be. Journalism and film criticism and film commentary are changing totally. You know, I mean, even when I started off in films, in the United States, if certain reviewers gave a film a bad review in New York and LA, it could substantially affect a film. And now we have this much more crowdsourced view of, you know, very, very few people actually decide whether they're going to go see a film based on what the New York Times writes. They go to Metacritic, or they go to these aggregation sites, and so many more people have a voice even in how other people learn about films, and I think that's great. The more of these things happen, like Radiohead putting out a record themselves without the benefit of a corporate distribution structure, or when people fund a film through a Kickstarter project. And I mean, these things, you know, in some ways right now they seem symbolic, or they seem like one-offs, but they're not. I think these are signals. The new realism of the next decade is going to come out of these new formats. I don't think it's going to, you know, it's not like you're going to find the studio system creating the next wave of technical revolution or stylistic revolution. I think it's going to come through these new things that are starting to open up, and it's pretty exciting. I think it's also there's a lot to get figured out, but I think more and more the capacity of artists and audiences to connect with each other directly without middlemen in between it is growing and growing and growing.